You on free will, and everyone is you pushed out.
Hello. Oh my gosh. So I may have to, this link is probably going to be different.
You on free will, and
I
everyone
don't,
is you pushed out.
yeah, video is playing. Started playing. That is Joseph. Hello. All right, let me mute that. Hi. Hopefully you guys find me because the live streaming page says that I'm not live. So hopefully you find me. Trying to think of where I should be sharing this because I shared the link with a lot of places and then I messed that up. That's okay. We can deal. Oh goodness, what is that? My other computer is dinging at me, yelling at me. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one is the right one. Haha. So, how are you guys? We're talking about the power of your subconscious mind. We're talking about manifesting. One of my favorite things. If you're here with me, let me know. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any challenges, any frustrations with manifesting. I think my camera is a little dirty, but again, I'm just gonna roll with it. So this is the power of your subconscious mind. This is the version that I have. It is, gosh, I don't even know when it was published originally. Don't know. But it's a great book, and I have I have a PDF of it. I have the audiobook of it on Audible, and on Audible, Mitch Horowitz narrates the book. And at the end of the book, he goes into sharing some letters that he received from a lot of people who bought and read this book and tried to implement what he was teaching in the book. And they said, help me, what am I doing wrong? And that was really sad because Mitch Horowitz said there were a lot of letters because he contacted, there's a Joseph Murphy Trust because Dr. Joseph Murphy is no longer with us, but there's a trust in his name and they look over all of this stuff. So the letters that were sent to Dr. Joseph Murphy went to this trust. And then when Mitch Horowitz submitted to be the narrator for this book for Audible, they gave him a lot of this material to look over and read, and these letters were some of that material. So it's really sad when there's so much great information, and yet oftentimes we have blocks, resistance, limiting beliefs that get in the way. And so I want to talk about that today. I'm trying to see here if we have anybody with us. I'll move this over so that if you have comments, let me know. That would be great to hear from you, hear your thoughts. So chapter 1, we're going to decode chapter 1. So I'm going to read a little bit, not the whole chapter. I do suggest buying the book. It's really great. And it's, I'm really, really grateful for a friend of mine who I lost in a divorce. So when I got divorced, that friend went over to the ex's side, unfortunately. So I was sad to lose him and his wife, both of them, but I'm grateful that I met them, and I'm grateful that they introduced me to this book, because it's fabulous, and I really do suggest picking it up. I'm an avid reader, learner. I'm constantly looking for new books, new information, and I'm constantly creating as well. I think there's a need, especially if you're an entrepreneur, there's a need for a really good balance of generating your own material and then receiving information as well. I think there's a need for a really good balance. Sometimes I get into too much of the learning and immersing myself in someone else's teachings, and then I have to kind of balance myself out and go, okay, now what do I want to create, right? As entrepreneurs, I think it's really important to really check in with that, because we can kind of go down the rabbit hole of taking stuff on and learning and not sharing with our audience. So with that being said, I'm just going to read a little bit of this. Now, chapter 1 says, reads the treasure house within you. The tendency of your subconscious mind is always life word. Your job is with the conscious mind. Feed your conscious mind with the premises that are true. Your subconscious is always reproducing according to your habitual mental patterns. Okay, so let's stop there for a minute. I love him so much. I'm going to disagree with this, though, right off the bat. So your subconscious mind is always reproducing it according to your habitual mental patterns. These mental patterns were developed, instituted, programmed, conditioned by the time we are 6, 7, 8. And depending on how susceptible you are, how malleable you are, is how deep these rules, these programmings, this condition is. So your conscious mind doesn't create. So you could be thinking, and we usually are thinking all day long, of the what ifs or the what if nots, or the oh, woe is me, or I don't want things to go that way, or what, all of those things all day long. That's your conscious mind. Our subconscious is what creates. Our points of view, our beliefs, our programming, our expectations are usually within the subconscious mind. And it takes it takes a habit to get to a place where we can sit and connect with the subconscious to go, okay, usually I'm focusing on worrying about this, and instead I would like to create this. Sitting in a space where you can tune into your subconscious and show your subconscious images of, I would like to create this. This is what we're creating. The conscious may go over here too, and I kind of liken this when I'm doing my coaching with my students and with my clients. I often say, if you're in a boat and your boat is used to going from point A to point B, back to point A to point B, and then back to point A and point B, you kind of have this route planned out, right? And when it's nighttime and you know that you have to get to a destination, your mind, your conscious mind, is used to the subconscious programming of, I'm going from A to B and then back to A. But what if you want to go to this star? This is a new destination, right? Whenever your boat veers off course to go, oh, we're going to go to B, no, just reconvene and show your boat, show your mind, show your imagination the image of this star. That's where you're going to. You just have to veer the boat to this new destination, right? We get in habits of thinking I'm going from A to B to back to A. And we have to interject with our subconscious mind and show images of this is the new destination. If that makes sense. It just takes time, and we have to be patient. So he says right in the beginning of chapter 1, you have infinite riches within your reach. To gain them, all you have to do is open your mental eyes and behold the treasure house of infinity within you. There is a storehouse within you from which you can extract everything you need to live life gloriously, joyously, and abundantly. So I'm going to come back to one of my favorite healing modalities is Access Consciousness, and they talk about one of their main mantras is all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. And they said, if you repeat this again and again and again and again and again every day for 30 days in a row, your life will change. So I tried this and I implemented this, and holy jumpins, I repeated this over and over and over again, and nothing changed. Not a thing, not a thing. I was very, very frustrated. And then I started to go, oh, well, in my healing modality, I facilitate kinetic divination. We muscle test. So we muscle test what's going on in our body to see if there is a block between us and that desire that we want to create. So if our desires I want to create all my life comes with ease, joy, and glory. Okay, so am I open to my life? Does it feel safe that my life be joyous? That it be easy? That there's glory? And I gotta know, right? It wasn't safe. It wasn't safe. I had all of these expectations and rules and programming around, no, you should hustle. You have to struggle. You have to work hard. Everybody else works hard. Everybody else struggles. Why should it be any different for you? That's where I tuned into that programming and began to shift that. And that's what we do in Kinetic Divination. So it is important when you're reading a book like this, it is a very powerful book, but when you're reading this book and he's offering you, this is everything you need to live life gloriously. Well, are you open? Does that feel safe? Right? Abundantly. A lot of my clients are entrepreneurs, and a lot of my clients have hangups, blocks, points of view, rules around what abundance can come to them, right? So you want to check in with that. So going back to the book, many people are closed off to their own potential because they don't know about the storehouse of infinite intelligence and boundless love within themselves. Whatever you want, you can draw it forth. A magnetized piece of iron will lift about 12 times its own weight, but if you demagnetize that same piece of iron, it won't even lift a feather. Isn't that interesting? In the same way, there are two types of people: those who are magnetized, they're full of confidence and faith. They know they're born to succeed and to win. Others, so many others, are demagnetized. They're full of fears and doubts. When an opportunity comes, they say, if I fail, I'm going to lose my money. People may laugh at me. People of this sort will not go very far in life. There's a potential, I'm going to interject, there's a potential for people of that sort to not get very far in life. Their fear to go forward makes them simply stay where they are. You can become a magnetized person when you discover and put to use the master secret of the ages. Okay, so the master secret, suppose someone asked you to name the master secret of the ages, what would you answer? Atomic energy, interplanetary travel, black holes? No, it's not any of these. Then what is it? What is the master secret? Where can one find it? How can it be understood and put into action? The answer is extraordinarily simple. The secret is the marvelous miracle working power found in your own subconscious mind. This is the last place most people look for it, which is the reason very few find it. So I'm going to skip actually to the end. And I want to read the last little bit. Is a letter from one of the readers who wrote Dr. Joseph Murphy. So how her subconscious responded, this is page 12. I received a letter from a woman named Ruth A., who had attended my lectures. She wrote, I'm 75 years old, a widow with a grown family. I was living alone on a small pension and social security. My life seemed barren, hopeless. Then I remembered your lecture about the power of your subconscious mind. You said that ideas could be conveyed to the subconscious mind by repetition, faith, and expectancy. Could it be true? I decided to try. I had nothing to lose. I began to repeat frequently with all of the feeling I could muster. I am wanted. I am loved. I'm happily married to a kind, loving, and spiritually minded man. I am secure and fulfilled. I kept on doing this many times a day for about 2 weeks. One day at the corner drugstore, I was introduced to a retired pharmacist. I found him to be kind, understanding, and very religious. He was a perfect answer to my prayer. Within a week, he proposed to me. Now we were on our honeymoon in Europe. I knew that the intelligence within my subconscious mind brought us together in divine order, right? So you hear of these stories all the time. If you're like me, when I started researching and learning about this work, about manifesting, about attraction, about your subconscious mind, I would hear these stories. And I would be happy for these people, but there would be a part of me that went, you can have that, and that can happen for you, but it can't happen for me. Until I started healing that. It can happen for you, but it can't happen for me. So I want you to take a deep breath right now. I want you to breathe into your belly, into your abdomen. And I want you to imagine something, someone that you're grateful for, and feel into that gratitude. Feel into that gratitude. And now tapping on below your clavicle, tapping on the K27 points, feeling grateful for that person, place, or thing, keeping your mind focused on that gratitude, on that person, place, or thing that you're grateful for. And then I want you to think about, it can happen to somebody else, but it can't happen to me, or it won't happen to me. And I want you to imagine if there was a radio dial out in front of you with 0 to 10 on the radio dial. Imagine, ask your mind, ask your subconscious, how much do I believe in that? How much do I believe that it won't happen to me? It will happen to other people, but it won't happen to me. Get a number in your head. It doesn't matter what this number is. It could be 10. 10 out of 10, yes, absolutely, I believe that. And I want you to imagine you dialing that number down. Bring that dial so that the 10, if you believed it 10 out of 10, or if it's 3, or maybe it's 1, but turn that down so that it goes to 0. And I want you just to imagine that belief is out in front of you like an energy ball. And that energy ball, the belief, the program, the condition of, it won't happen to me, it can't happen to me. This stuff never happens to me. I see it happening to other people, but it won't ever happen to me. Put that in an energy ball out in front of you. And I want you just to perceive that you're releasing the emotion and the energy from that point of view, that belief, that rule, that condition. Okay. Taking a deep breath, saying thank you, body. Your body is responding. And again, tapping on your K27 points. Again, feeling into that gratitude that you were thinking of before. That person, place, or thing. The cat sleeping on your favorite blanket. You always steal your favorite blanket. Tapping on your K27. Taking a deep breath. And now we're going to flip it. This can happen to me too. This can happen to me too. I can manifest easily. Okay, feeling into that belief, radio dial, what number is it on the radio dial? Pick a number, doesn't matter what it is, if it's 1 or if it's 9, and imagine turning that up, turning the radio dial up. And now imagine that energy ball in front of you, and the energy ball now is, this can happen to me too. This absolutely can happen to me. In that energy ball out in front of you, I want you to perceive that all of the universe, your guides, guardians, angels, I call them your cheer team, are bringing energy into this energy ball. And now, after all of that energy is pulled in, I want you to take that energy ball and breathe it into your heart chakra. Breathe that in, tapping on your K27 points again. Taking a deep breath. Again, feeling that gratitude for that person, place, or thing. Feeling the gratitude. Okay. And tune into the radio dial as again with the 0 to 10. This can happen to me too. I can have this too. It's going to be easy for me, just like it's easy for other people. Now, what is that number on your radio dial? And if it went up a little bit or if it went up a lot, comment below, share it with us. Now, the ideas to remember from the Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and again, is the chapter 1, the treasure house within you. And I, suggest going out and getting this book. It's an amazing book. Ideas to remember. The treasure house is within you. Look within for the answer to your heart's desire. And again, if you're here on the replay, pause this and check in with what number is that? 0? No, I don't believe that. To 10? Absolutely. I believe that. 10 out of 10. The treasure house is within you. Look within for the answers to your heart's desire. Does that feel available to you? Does that feel safe? Do you feel confident that you can do that? That the treasure house is within you? Does that feel like it's a 10 out of 10? So number 2 is the great secret possessed by the great men and women of all ages was their ability to contact and release the powers of their subconscious mind. You can do the same. How available is that? On the radio dial, 0 to 10, what do you get? 3, and I'll just quickly go through these because there's 10 of them. Your subconscious is the answer to all problems. If you suggest to your subconscious prior to sleep, I want to get up at 6 a.m., it will awaken you at that exact time. I've tried that. Have you tried that? 4, your subconscious mind is the builder of your body and can heal you. Lull yourself to sleep every night with the idea of perfect health, and your subconscious being your faithful servant will obey you. Number 5, every thought is a cause and every condition is an effect. 6, if you want to write a book, write a wonderful play, give a better talk to your audience, convey the idea lovingly and feelingly to your subconscious mind, and it will respond accordingly. 7, you are like a captain navigating a ship. He or she must give the right orders or the ship is wrecked. In the same way, you must give the right orders, thoughts, and images to your subconscious mind, which controls and governs all of your experiences. Just like I said, the boat going from A to B and back to A, then to B and then back to A, right? If you want to go to a star, to point C, I guess, then you need to navigate, you need to show your mind, this is where we're going. We're not habitually going to B or A anymore, we're going to C, right? Easy peasy, right? 8, never use such expressions as, I can't afford it, or I can't do this. Your subconscious mind takes you at your every word. It sees to it that you do not have the money or the ability to do what you want to do. Affirm, I can do all things through the power of my subconscious mind. 9, the law of life is a law of belief, the thought in your mind. Do not believe in things that will harm or hurt you. Believe in the power of your subconscious to heal, inspire, strengthen, and prosper you. According to your belief, it is done unto you. And 10, change your thoughts, and you change your destiny. And that is so true. So true. Oftentimes when we feel like the thought is too big for us to change, we can use the technique that we went through today. I invite you to really implement these steps, and I hope that this was beneficial for you. This is one of my favorite books. I think it's so powerful. It can help you to manifest the life of your dreams, the income of your dreams, the relationship of your dreams. Whatever you are focusing on is what you receive. The more energy you put into things, the more energy you get back, right? So change your thoughts, change your destiny. I'm so grateful for you. I hope you have a fabulous day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And whenever you're watching this, I will see you next time. And if you have any questions about manifesting, write them below, comment below, and I will answer them, maybe even do a video. And if you're interested in doing this work further, I have a free Facebook group, and I'll put the link in